All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 yards.
Let's go, baby.
General West. Big rip.
Throwing on first down. Tracy. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the screen.
On the ball. Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready. 70, Indy. Recon, 132 fighter.
58, right over.
Smoke.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Let's go.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Ready, set.
58 is Mike.
Watch the run.
Hey,
lock it.
Gears.
Hey, Charlie. Let go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Let's go now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36.
Ready.
And they give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now.
He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, with a good one going, finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's
That
go.
one a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Hey, Foxtrot.
At the 36-yard line.
Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Tracy. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us.
He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Blue draw Corker.
Right there, 56.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Again to Williams, running right. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Mike 56.
Let go.
From the gun, Tracy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Down.
The Eagles
60
offense
outlaw.
set to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to score 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield.
Hey, you're one to the good, go ahead and try pressure advantage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole
because
you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jay Sternberger, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out. Right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Vikings 6.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Protein spill.
It's just me and you.
They'll set up to throw. Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back to throw. Tracy. And he's got his man on the out route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Hey, man up.
Mike.
Man up.
Set, go.
Looking to throw. Tracy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jay Sternberger with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, it was a turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Down. 50, plant.
58's the Mike.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Shoot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
They'll drop to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
It's a loss. We taking wins home.
Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go. Here we go.
Officials so cognizant of that call
Ready,
nowadays,
ready.
but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mike 99, Mike 99.
Get your swerve on.
Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Watch, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Tight right.
Right back to him on first down. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go now.
Run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Greystone travel.
Come on, D. Check 24. Check 24.
Get it.
2nd and 9 now. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
I'm coming, baby.
Let go.
On first down, Tracy. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Ready?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Ready?
Back to throw. Tracy. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Williams. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready, break.
56, Mike, 56.
Blue draw corkers.
I'm coming.
Watch safety creep.
Now.
On 3rd down, Tracy. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go, boys.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles'
Come on,
42.
30 base.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
61, matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10, Tracy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Let's go.
From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Down.
Already at the
60
line, this
yards.
Philly offense set to go.
fellas.
And
Let's
this
set a
not an
tone.
easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Three down. Odd.
Here we go.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Fire.
Second and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Pilot 64 weak.
Yo. Mike 50.
Get it.
Mike 56.
Throwing on first down. Tracy, he's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Here we go.
Throwing again. Tracy. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. Set. 15 Lonnie.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Comet. Ready.
Following the penalty, it's Williams.
Run.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Protein spill.
It's a pickup of 3.
Leaf river.
Looking to throw on second down. Tracy going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
General West.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Able to find Harris, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. On first down, Tracy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
27, Eagles 7.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Let's go. 30 base.
58's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Hey, Alpha.
58's
Right on.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this
Pick six,
first
baby.
half of
Let's
action.
get this all day.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw.
Seal that. Seal that.
And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
To number 18.
Ready, set.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now back to throw. Throw right side here, complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Okay, break.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Eagles 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
On the double.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that may be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Team 6.
To throw on third down, Tracy. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
On the ready.
The mic. 56 is the mic. You.
They'll run on first down. Williams. A gain of 3, second down.
That's it, baby.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hit it.
Again, it's Williams.
Go. Run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Flare.
On first down, it's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Slam.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
Hey.
I got motion.
Get it.
I got this.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Vikings 33, Eagles 14.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Come on,
Second
set.
and 10 from the
70,
33-yard
Indy.
line.
Shift.
General West. Shoot.
The busy night continues for Williams, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Go. 90.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Tracy. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter, 5.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Down. 18 Gator.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Get it.
They'll run it with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye, and they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Go!
58's the mic.
On 2nd down, Love.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now
a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
Blue draw corkers. Shoot!
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
The first down.
There'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go
the Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries.
Right.
They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8.
Bravo.
Check Mike 99, Mike 99. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Back to throw. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Get ready. Get ready.
28-yard line.
On the double.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive. Williams loses the football.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. X3. 218 chopper. Let's go.
They run it again with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
General West. Let go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
2-jet bomber. Ready.
Looking to throw. Tracy. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And some room to roam now. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Here we go.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Set to kick off. The Eagles
Let's go,
take over
baby.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Eyes on 13. Eyes on 13.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings
50,
now
20,
to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of? Player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But when I was calling college football, I saw a game that a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent, and in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
The first down pass.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
On, set.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the
Let's go.
15
Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Strong left. Strong left.
Right up.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass. Incomplete from the contact.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on
70,
first, now
Indy.
2nd and 10.
Man left, man left.
3 down, 3 down.
Check three, check three.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Ready?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.